story because somebody else's moment was hijacked. When you woke up in the morning, when all of us woke up in the morning, the story was not how great Versus was. The story was not, ooh, that was a Versus for the history books. The story was not, ooh, Versus was so good. The story is Tamar Braxton, Cash Money No Limit Versus. That, I think that did a disservice to the whole thing. Hijacked somebody else's, and I'm not implying that it was intentional. Somebody else's moment was hijacked. The next morning, none of the stories related to Versus should have had anything to do with the Tamar Braxton. First thing.
What specific aspects of Birdman have caused such agitation among people? The daughters of Kamora Lee refer to him as Uncle Birdman. Because of him, Keisha Cole threw hands with another woman. Toni and Tamar are currently at odds over who got him first. Everyone has been making fun of Tamar for having an affair with Birdman, which has caused a great deal of turmoil among the sisters. You can only imagine how shocked I was to learn that Toni was the first to do it to Tamar. Relax. This time, Dad Brat isn't going to allow anyone to refer to her pal as a homewrecker. Additionally, she just dropped receipts proving that Toni's man was not stolen by Tamar. Actually, it's the other way around. Additionally, Tamar was with Birdman before Toni's arrival and continues to make an effort to be supportive. But is what Dad Brat is saying true, or is it just nonsense? You are aware that while Toni, the true wife, was at home, people were criticizing Tamar for being all over Birdman, massaging his head, and acting as though she were his wife.
Why are you wiping the sweat off of Birdman's head like that, sis? Now, as a married woman, I think I can grab the mic real quick and speak on this because even though it may, like, she may be innocently doing it, girl, no, you don't do that. Like, the man's been performing on stage all this time and he don't need you wiping the sweat off his head. Now, I'm hoping it was just like a gesture, but girl, y'all are all performers. Like, don't.
In the background, she was shifting up and down as if Birdman were her spouse. She was even wiping the perspiration from his brow at one point, grinning as if he were also her guy. She was called out on it by people who thought it was strange. Naturally, though, Tamar defended herself, saying that she was just present on her sister's behalf. To demonstrate that there was nothing to be concerned about, she uploaded a video showing herself and Birdman on a video conference with Toni. However, it's safe to say that people weren't paying attention to what Tamar was saying, because being supportive is one thing, but being all over Birdman was quite another. And when Tananda revealed that Tamar was playing around with Birdman behind Toni's back, they were practically on the verge of fighting. It all began when Tamar attempted to be cunning and made Tananda feel uncomfortable by claiming that she was aware of Tananda's residence because she had paid the down payment on her home.
Well, of course you don't come. So
Exactly.
my thing, I know where you live because I put down your down payment.
Beautiful.
And you've been stealing from me for the past couple years.
However, she didn't end there. Tamar continued by accusing Tawanda of using her credit cards covertly and without authorization for years. Additionally, Tawanda has a history of stealing other people's property, so it's not shocking at all. Child, keep in mind the accusations that Tawanda stole money from Toni and their mother's Social Security payments.
Baby, I love her to pieces. But hide your stuff when she come over, because she snatched the wig off your head when you look the other way. She's super sneaky.
It's interesting to note that Tawanda owes up to $500,000 according to her bankruptcy records. And they especially brought up Tamar's $35,000 loan, which was utilized for her home's down payment. Tamar seems to have some receipts to support her accusations. Additionally, there's a history of Tawanda allegedly taking advantage of her sister's resources without anticipating any resistance.
You doing? Don't be looking like that, you snake-ass son of a gun. You're a snake, and then you like controversy, and you like all of that. So why would you?
However, Towanda was determined to prevent Tamar from winning. Oh no! She said that Tamar was secretly seeing her sister's partner.
The past couple years on my credit cards and help
But
me.
what you steal?
I don't steal anything.
You don't? You stole men.
Who's the man that I stole?
Tony's. You slept with them
Oh,
a few times.
Who? What man?
You not get the lead.
Bitch. Dirty, low down ass bitch.
Oh, you're
So
such
now
a
you think
liar.
my
Such a liar.
sisters-
Also, Tamar was obviously utterly insane based on the way she lost her mind. This caught me off guard. Toni Braxton, however, seemed to be genuinely taken aback by the entire situation.
That's not got
Toni Braxton. No, Toni Braxton ain't never had your back.
I got Toni Braxton.
I want it on
No,
record.
I wanna be
want it
clear.
on national
No,
television. You want to
no.
say
Wanda had been perched on this information for an unknown amount of time. You simply know that she kept it purposefully so that when the time came, she could use it against Tamar. Trina's response gave the impression that she was well aware of it, which was really rather strange. When one of your sisters is having an affair with another sister's man, and it wasn't even a single man, how do you keep that kind of information from your sister? Towanda claims that it was 2 of Tony's men. Right now, I swear, the Braxton sisters despise one another. And as soon as Towanda said that Tamar was spying on Tony's men, people on the internet began looking into who that might be. Apparently, Tamar was playing around with Carrie Lewis of Mint Condition in addition to Birdman. This story dates back to 2011 when a blogger asserted that Tamar remained with Tony's ex-husband out of a frantic desire to advance and join the circle. Furthermore, the post claimed that it wasn't biased, which made things even more complicated. It claimed that Toni had first been involved with Vince before effectively giving him to Tamar. Let's not act fresh now. Tamar has already faced criticism for her involvement with married men. The circumstance involving Jermaine Dupri's father, Michael Malden, caused her to face severe criticism. When you put the pieces together, it doesn't seem implausible that she had gone too far with her sister's ex, especially if she believed that doing so would further her career. Given their familiarity, she then began to play around with Birdman. I mean, why weren't Towanda and Trina making a big deal out of him during the fight? He's also their brother-in-law, right? Brat claims that although Tamar had gotten into a lot of trouble with her siblings, this wasn't one of those occasions where they were correct about her.
Tamar worked on This Nation. They became close, they became friends, whatever. So if you know, the Braxtons came out last week and Towanda stated that Tamar slept with Tony's ex, yada yada yada. There was a versus last weekend. Tamar was on stage with Birdman, wiping off his sweat, stopping him from drinking, getting drunk, whatever. Now it's going around that Tamar and Birdman dated back in 2003, and now we know that Toni and Birdman are married.
Around 2003, Brat essentially verified that Birdman and Tamar were dating. The joke is that this was before Toni arranged for her to meet Vince. Brat also claims that Toni's relationship with Birdman developed considerably later. Brat also claims that it is illogical for anyone to criticize Tamar, because Tamar has simply been very supportive despite her sister's marriage to her ex. For example, this is not the first time she has exaggerated Birdman and her sister, because you do recall that she and her son dressed up as Birdman and Toni for Halloween, don't you? Indeed, Tamar engages in this kind of behavior. Furthermore, Brat doesn't support anyone who tries to pretend that it was paid for out of pocket. It's all such a mess. The internet, of course, has an opinion on the matter. Many of these famous men are unattractive. These males are out there believing they are players while being played, but they want to act like it's women. Tamar simply made sure the Braxton household had money, because no one was attempting to discuss it. However, they would have hauled Tamar for filth if it had been the other way around. The child of their sister is going to give Toni a pass. Yes, and I appreciate you sharing. Before they had all of these blogs, there was a claim known as the Panty Report, which stated that Tamar and Birdman were romantically involved years ago. However, he eventually became weary of her and her conceit, at which point she started dating Vince. But what are your thoughts on this, guys? Please share your thoughts in the comment section, and remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the upcoming video.